Youthfulness is a blessing. Being a young person is a blessing in disguise. And this is the age where you have all the energy and the time that you need to be able to create a strong and firm foundation for the rest of your life. This is the age where you have the seed of your life in your own hands. And it's the time for you to plant it to the most fertile soil, so that when you be harvesting the seeds or the fruits of the seed that you have planted, you celebrate that. But look at young people and what they are doing. They are using this age to destroy their lives, to mess up their bodies, such that by the time they want to get into marriage, by the time they want to settle down in life, they are already garbages. They have spent too much time in drugs. They have spent too much energy in sexual behavior. And therefore, wakati unataka kusettle down, mwili yako umeharibu, you do not even love yourself anymore. My name is Ariod Goge. I'm a counseling psychologist and founder Newness Counseling Organization. And today, I want us to look at how young people, and especially girls, are destroying their lives and messing up their bodies before they get even to experience life. I'm looking at young girls who are 15, 17, 25. These are girls who are supposed to be understanding who they are. They are supposed, this is the age where they are supposed to be discovering who they are. But instead of doing that, this is the age where the current generation of girls are indulging into irresponsible sexual behaviors. Unapata mtoto ako 19 years old, already ni single mother. Hata hatuwezi kukuita single mother, unless tukuite single girl. Single baby, I don't know. Because you are no longer, you've not even matured. Leave alone biologically matured. Psychologically, you're still a baby. Wewe bado ni mtoto. And this is the age where you're supposed to be at home watching animations, reading books, because you've not matured at all. You're still a child. Lakini the problem that we have right now, young girls are becoming sexually active at a very young age. Sijui haraka ni ya nini, sijui munaenda wapi, and these sex organs, you're going to have them until you die for the rest of your life. Sasa sijui who told you that these sex organs are expiring. Sasa mko na haraka ya zitumike before they expire. Who told you that? You need to take time. Preserve your dignity. Be a dignified person. Be an individual of dignity as a woman. By the time you're getting into that years old, already uko na body count ya 35. Already uko na body count ya 20 individuals. Shida yako ni gani? Bona unakibizana, ni kama unashidana na miaka yako. It's like now you're trying to balance the body count and your age. That's very dangerous. So, we also have this other category of young girls who have no self-control at all, and especially when it comes to sex. And what they are searching for, and the only thing that they are concerned about is pleasure. Pleasure, sexual pleasure. And there's nothing as destructive as when the major focus of your life is getting pleasure every single day. Every morning you wake up, you want to pleasure. Ukilala jioni unataka pleasure. Midday unataka pleasure. That your life is just revolving around pleasure. And this pleasure is either you are getting it from sex, or you are getting it from drugs, or you are getting it from toxic relationships. And before you even get to live, to experience a life, you have already messed up your life. This is where now, at the age where unapata wasichana wako na sponsors, because you want to date someone the age of your father or your grandfather, kwa sababu huna patience ya kugoja maisha ufike kwa ile age yenye utapata kile kitu yenye unataka. So you want to drive at the age of 25. You want to live in your own mansion at the age of 25. You want to have all kind of, lifestyle, luxury lifestyle that you want at the age of 25. but you do not want to work hard. You just want to date men who have already worked hard. Your success in life, your car, your everything that you have in life is sexually transmitted. So, one thing that you do not understand is that if you get married to a man who has everything, that man is entitled to mistreat you the way they want. Because whatever you are using is their resources. So kama unatumia pesa yangu, if I decide to give it to you, you should not question that because this is my money. And the majority of you are not even getting married. It's just come, we stay, oh, nimekuraik, sawa, twende. Let's go and have a family or start, be in marriage. And let me tell you something. What is going to happen to you, young girls, is that by the time you get to that years old, wakati uko na body count ya 15, 10, 20, you're going to look at yourself, and the only thing that you're going to see in that mirror, ukijiangalia hivi kwa kioo, the only thing that you're going to see is a prostitute. Utajiangalia tu hivi kwa kioo, and you're going to see a prostitute. Someone who have used their body for material gain. When you want to settle down, to have a family, a stable family, you have already committed enough abortions, you've destroyed your hopes, you can no longer have a child. Some of you have used these emergency pills, they have destroyed your life, they have destroyed your hope. You cannot even carry a pregnancy to term. You're getting premature babies, or you're getting, you're having miscarriages, because you have already destroyed your life. Maisha yako imekuwa ni kama, your body imekuwa ni kama ni garbage. The only thing that you have is a leftover, because it have been used by so many men, and you have destroyed yourself. Let's look at masturbation. When young girls focus too much on pleasure, sexual pleasure, and there is no man who is there to give it to them, they are turning into masturbation. Majority of you are using toys. Let's talk about those toys that are using steamer, the vibrators. So you're focusing on pleasure, so unanunua vibrator, unakafinya pale kwa button, kanaongeza speed. So you have a vibrator which is vibrating on your private parts at a speed of 300 kilometers per second. Vibration, the frequency of vibrating is very high. That's now what takes you to heaven, pressure-wise, for sexual pleasure. That's what you want. The moment you want to get married, do you want to tell me that you're going to get a man who is going to have sex with you at the speed of that vibrator? No, I'm asking you ladies. Unataka kuniambia wakati utaolewa, utapatana na mwanaume mwenye atakupeleka na speed ya vibrator? Hakuna. So that means you'll be forcing that innocent man to vibrate in bed na speed ya vibrator, which yenye umezoea, si ndio? And that is not going to happen. So that's when mutaanza kutoka huku kwa barabara mukisema our men are not satisfying you. But it's not that men are not satisfying you. It's because your demand is so high. Ulizoea machine, ulizoea vibrators, now you cannot get satisfied kwa kitanda. Let's look at those other ones. Hizo zingine zenye ni objects. You're using an object, whether it is shaped as a male sex organ or whatever the shape it is. You're using some of them which are too big. Ni kubwa sana, it's very huge. And that's now what you are using on your organ, on your private parts. By the time unafika kwa marriage, umepanua your organ, your private part as a woman. Umeipanua imekuwa so big, such that hata ukifika pale kwa marriage, you're expecting ati mwanaume mwenye utaoa atakuwa na private part size ya hiyo vibrator, size ya hiyo the toy that you are using. And unfortunately, unapata yule jamaa umepata kake ni kale tu kadogo, ni standard size. Yenye you're not going to feel anything when you're having sex. So now, you're going to enjoy the few years using toys, using those dildos and whatever you call them. And then you're going to mess up the rest of your marriage life. So you're going to enjoy the sexual pleasure with toys for 10 years. And then you are going to mess up 20 years of your marriage. And most likely you'll be in several marriages because utaingia kwa marriage ya kwanza utoshereki, utaingia kwa marriage ya pili, ya tatu na ya nne, just like that. Most likely you're going to be a single mother. And even when you're married, you are still using these toys. Okay? You are still using these toys because you're already an addict. Listen to me. I'm even fearing for the current generation. Imagine a woman who is deep into masturbation with toys, and a man who is deep into masturbation becoming, getting into marriage. Huyu ako na masturbation shida zake, na huyu ako na shida zake za masturbation, and then they want to have a family. And that's why you are finding that even married couples, useless married couples, who are even coming together and then they agree, well, let us buy toys. Wewe mwanaume nunua kisamantha na mimi ninunue vibrators so that we can satisfy ourselves in marriage. And you both agree to that. A very useless couple, a very useless marriage. So, the kind of a generation which is getting into marriage, and I'm telling you this for free, the kind of a generation which is getting into marriages is a schizophrenic generation, which is so delusional about marriage. A generation which has no sense of reality. Because they are getting into marriage with high expectations. You're getting into marriage with addictions. You're getting in marriage with so high demands, such that now that marriage will not work for you guys because you are treating it as a genie. You make a wish and then the wish is fulfilled, but you do not want to work for it. And believe me, the kind of a generation which is coming next, which is going to be a product of this schizophrenic generation which is getting into marriage, I believe that that generation, if we are not careful, is going to be a pure breed of zombies. Kids who are going to act like robots. Brought up by parents who have addictions. Brought up in an environment which has technology. Parents who are busy focusing on material and who have no time to bring up their kids. These are kids who are going to kill each other. These are kids who, imagine now, if both parents who have given birth to a child, mmoja alikuwa na sponsor, mwingine naye alikuwa Ben 10. Dating older women, the other one dating older men for money. Na wamepata mtoto. So, now tell me the kind of a mtoto atazaliwa na hawa wazazi wawili. A very useless child. So, if this generation is not careful, we are looking at a generation which is going to bring up a messed up generation. So, as a young person, listen to me. As a young person, and especially ladies, focus on living dignified lives. Stop focusing on pressure. That's going to destroy your life. It's going to destroy your life. And when you're 30, 35, you're going to look into that mirror and you're going to hate what you're going to see. You look at yourself, remembering everything that you've done at your most productive years, and you're going to hate that. So please, if you are a young person, use this age to make your life better. Use this age to make a foundation of a life that you are going to be proud of. Mwacha hii haraka mko nayo, sijui mnakimbia mkienda wapi. Stop focusing on pressure. Learn how to celebrate what you have worked for. Zoea kukura sweat yako. Wacha kukura sweat ya pension ya mzee mwenye ako 60 years old. Wewe kama mwanaume, wacha kuzoea kukura sweat ya mwanamke mwenye ako 60 years old. Learn to celebrate your own hard work. Wacha kufikiria ati watu wale wenye unaona huku nje ati they wana update kwa social medias, you know, they have cars, they have what. You have no idea where they have gotten that money from. It's not everybody in social media who is bragging of how many cars they have, how much wealthy they are. And you think that is clean money. Not all of them. So if you want to be rich, if you want to live a good life, focus on having a clean life. Something that you have worked for. Something that you'll be proud for. So as a young person, use your youthful years to make a strong foundation for your life. Dildos wachaneni nazo. Toys, vibrators wachaneni nazo. Wanaume mambo ya kunyonga manike wachaneni nayo. You're not like that after 10 years. You're going to have the pressure, but it's going to destroy you psychologically and even biologically. I've given you that information, and I believe that if you can use this information to your advantage, it's going to shape your life. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, this Newness TV. Just subscribe to this channel. You can share this video with your friends and anyone else so that they can get to watch and gather this information. Unfortunately, the majority of you hamtaki kuambiwa. Unfortunately, the majority of you young people hampangwingwi. So the only thing we can do is give you the information, and then you decide whether to use it or not. If you perish, we won't have, sisi hatutalia ukilia. Yes, we won't, because we have already given you that information, and it's up to you to decide whether to benefit from it or not. Thank you so much, and stay safe.